My blood cries out for the vengeance of my people's blood, which can only be repaid with at least twice as much blood, or maybe 3 times as much blood, like if you went to hell, and it was full of blood, and that blood was on fire, and it was raining blood, and maybe that would be enough blood. But probably not.
Hey everybody, this is the TMG Podcast, episode 3. It's September 28th, I think. Yeah, it's September 28th. And this is Carlos. With me today is Will.
Hello, what's up, guys?
And Miggy.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's going on?
And
what's going on, y'all?
And this week, we're kind of moving back like a couple of weeks. We want to talk about TGS. We kind of
just one
put
week.
it aside.
One weekend.
Well, it feels like a long time ago, to be honest, for me.
Because they had 2 conferences.
Well, that was Sony.
Sony.
That was just Sony doing.
Oh yeah, their translators got a real workout.
Yeah, just reading.
Yeah, if you guys haven't listened to the Sony conferences, just go ahead and check it out. I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah, so Sony had a press conference. We kind of covered that in the first episode. TGS came out last week. The event happened. And not really big. There's not much big news. I mean, like reveals that happened during the event itself. It was more footages for games we kind of know is coming out already. Like we have footages for Metal Gear Solid 5,
Dead Rising.
Actually,
I wasn't really expecting anything huge at this point. I mean, it's so late in the year, right? And
yeah.
It's release season already.
Yeah, exactly. So but I was happy to see like a lot more footage from a lot more of the PS4 stuff. Know, a couple of the remaining PS3 things that are still coming out. A few of the Xbox things as well. So
I'm surprised Xbox was actually there.
Actually, that's a good point because I remember when the Xbox One was announced, like people were wondering what Microsoft support would be for Japan, because I don't think it was actually even listed as one of the starting supported countries, right? That took a lot of people by surprise. But it seems like they still have Microsoft isn't really abandoning Japan, but let's see how they do because currently the 360 is a far third, I think, in Japan next to Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah, I think it's been the third, like, ever since it started.
Which is weird, because if you remember, the Xbox 360 actually had a really strong lineup of Japanese role-playing games, like...
it did. Actually, like, you can really feel that Microsoft was really trying to get into Japan with its exclusive titles just for 360. Like, just only released in Japan. Like Monster Hunter had an online version, like PC and 360 just for Japan.
Yeah, and then they had like Blue Dragon, sorry. Which is an exclusive game. Lost Odyssey is another exclusive.
Another exclusive which is definitely pertain to the Japanese RPG style.
Right, then they had like Last Remnant, they had Infinite Undiscovered.
Which is a really good game for me, by the way. Like it didn't do well, but I don't know, it was charming.
Yeah, no. So they had a lot of JRPGs going on. Tales of Vesperia, I think, was a Xbox 360 exclusive for a while.
Exclusive Tales.
No, but
I think it still is.
No. There's a Japanese version. There's a PS3.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but it was never released in the West for some reason. So.
Oh, okay. There was a PS3 version, but they just kept it
in Japan, and it was like one of those improved international edition whatever versions of the game. Like they added a new character and a bunch of other stuff. But it never got to the West. I don't know why.
But yeah, in TGS, moving back, the biggest one I think is just the PS Vita, but we already covered that. I think the biggest news.
The Vita
coming
TV,
out of that event.
and actually most of the games that were shown are Vita, Vita things. Like
it looks like they placed like the PS4 on the side, and they just want to give like the PS Vita more.
Well, it's not that surprising considering that like the PS3 is pretty much on its near the end of its life cycle, in less than a month, it's going to be, that's it, pretty much, right? And the Vita still has, I think they still have a lot of plans for it, so.
Well, the PS3, I think it has like 2-3 years left.
Oh no, that for sure. But like with the PS4 coming out, do you think it's not going to get that amount of support that it used to anymore?
That's true,
obviously, Sony wants to focus more on the PS4, and the Vita is still their primary handheld in that segment. So I'm not too
still struggling to survive in that whole handheld market. But I think definitely what they're trying to do with the Vita and what they want to do with the PS4 and then with the Vita and Vita TV. Hopefully it works out for them, because I think the Vita is a pretty nice piece of hardware. It's just
there's just no games.
More games? Yeah. More games, hopefully.
Yeah, more games. And then they have the slim versions coming out. So they're, it's one of those things.
The Vita TV too.
The Vita TV for sure. That's got me.
I'm excited for that one.
And I've read too that they were surprised actually how positive the reaction to it was in the West. I think they were not anticipating that. So,
well, it's a very like you said, like you liked it because this was like a very cheap device and you can play your games in your TV.
Yeah, it's pretty much $100. For me, it's $100 console.
$100 Vita.
Yeah, it's like it's very simple. It does not have anything confusing. Like you have to ask, like, what is this? Like we know what it is when we see it. Like, it was understandable what it wanted to be.
The only kind of thing that makes me scratch my head is like I think they announced that it would be coming packed in with a DualShock 3 controller, which is really weird because there's no touch interface on that, and I know a big thing about the Vita is it's got that touchpad along the back, right? So,
and some games require the touchscreen.
Yeah, some games require it. But it's just weird. Like, did Sony answer that? Because I don't think they did.
They didn't. I'm assuming that it will have support for PS4 controllers, but then you have to buy a PS4.
Yeah. But I don't think those kind of features in the Vita, it's not a big deal if you don't have it, or is it really vital? Because I don't have a Vita, so I can't really quite say.
Some games really, that touchscreen is really built into the design of the gameplay, so it's kind of needed in that sense. So maybe Sony hasn't really answered that, but we'll wait and see. And like Meg said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be compatible with a DualShock 4 controller down the line.
DualShock 4.
Or whatever they're going to call the PS4 controller. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the DualShock 4.
Yeah.
Sony's pretty basic when it comes to names.
Unimaginative.
What for you was like the best, like the most interesting trailer you saw at TGS?
Oh, for me, it's gotta be Metal Gear Solid 5. Sorry.
Yeah, well, no, that was pretty darn amazing. I actually, it's gotten me more excited for it already.
Yeah, like I like the approach of Kojima going open world. Like I don't know if it's really gonna work, but I just like the potential of it. I can see very random things happening and really hilarious stuff. And yeah, I like how it's going so far. I just I still don't have a clear picture of like, because this is Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, what the hell is that other game? The one that was announced before. It's took my tongue.
Is it Metal Gear related?
No.
Ground Zeroes?
Yeah, Ground Zeroes.
Oh.
Those are two separate games.
That's 5. No, it's one game.
I think it's one game. Yeah.
Is it really one game? Because I remember they were saying.
Yeah.
Because I remember they were saying that Ground Zeroes was actually like a starter for 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when they revealed they showed Ground Zeroes, right? And then they showed that trailer of the dude in the hospital, where I think the trailer was for the most part first person or something.
Oh, was this the trailer?
Then they showed the Project Whatever thing, the one that takes place after the big boss loses his hand or something.
Was this the trailer where he was like in the rain and then people thought, oh, it's Snake, and then he lifts up the goggles and it's Old Snake, not Old Snake, sorry, it's Boss, the big boss. Was that trailer?
That was Ground Zeroes.
Yeah. And then they released
the one that came
trailer.
out. Yeah, the Phantom Pain trailer, which was made by this supposedly different company, which was actually just Kojima, just being a
Okay,
dick.
I think I'm like reading it right now, just to be absolutely sure.
Well, on my part, like I think
It's Ground Zero is actually like a prologue. I just don't think it's not too sure yet if it's an actual like separate title itself. But Ground Zero is definitely going to be a prologue to Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
We don't know. He hasn't really fully like announced that it's like 2 games, but he said it's 2 projects. So Kojima being Kojima, we'll see. But it's definitely in the same game engine.
Yeah.
It's both open world and.
Yeah.
What the footage was, what was shown in TGS, it actually showed the open world aspect of it in the day.
Yeah, the time of day and weather changes.
Yeah, and then it was actually pretty cool. It showed
powered by Seiko watches.
Yeah.
Seiko watches. What is that?
Yeah, that was in one of the trailers, right? They showed the time of days passing by.
That's his watch.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the new footage from the new FX Final Fantasy 13, the Lightning Returns stuff?
Oh, we're going to that?
Well, I mean,
it
looks... I really did not... I don't think anyone really liked the first Final Fantasy 13, and even FF13-2 was kind of
I hate those.
But I'm willing to give this a chance still. I mean...
Well, my stand here when it comes to Final Fantasy 13, I gave 13... I was really excited for 13. I'm a fan, technically, for Final Fantasy. And seeing 13, being that kind of person, I got in day one, I played it for the longest time because I had to. Just had fucking 60 hours. Nothing. I didn't like it. It was a horrible.
I don't know what... Square Enix has this love affair with Lightning. I don't think she's a very interesting character, to begin with.
It's a female, it's a more emo.
It's like a female Cloud. Yeah.
She's a very tsundere female, all tough and stuff, but soft inside.
The Final Fantasy 13, which was a horrible game because of its linearity. The combat's the combat's like one of the best in the series.
That's the only thing I like actually in the combat.
Yeah.
The rest of 13 is just
13 was just so bad.
They're saying that this new one is going to have bigger open world areas to run around in, so, I'm a little bit more There was that section in 13 when you were pretty much in this giant field. You remember that part of the game?
Yeah, which is the best part
of the game. Right.
That was after 50 hours?
I'm hoping that there's more of that.
20 hours of tutorials.
Yeah, the tutorials were ridiculous.
Had a sort of open world-ish appeal thing for a while.
Final Fantasy 13 2 feels like a fan reply or something like the concerns of the first game, and it didn't really materialize to anything good.
Yeah, the character is super boring.
The
guy, the Kingdom Hearts guy.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
The sister, which is already uninteresting to begin with, became the main character. And then there's this guy
this new guy wearing Kingdom Hearts
He's
pants.
so uninteresting, we don't even remember his name.
Noel.
Oh, okay.
He's in the trailer of 13 too.
Well, he's there. Like, everybody's there. Everybody's there. Lightning Returns, the third game, it's the end of the world, of that world. And it's a countdown. I'm not sure if I can say a countdown game, because you have like 13 days until the end of the world.
Yeah.
What?
And, it's gonna be a short game, just by that concept alone. Where you have it's a time, you're kind of time constrained on what you have to do. And you only have one character. And it seems so weird, as the series goes forward, the number of characters you can control lessen. It's annoying as hell. I don't know, I gave, the second game I bought it, I hated it even more, and then the third one, I just can't. Sorry. I'm done with that damn series. I'll go back to Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 15.
Give that a try. Let's hope.
I'll give it a try, but I'm not excited about it too, because I'm really that scarred.
No, actually, you know what? A lot of
now.
people feel the same way. Like when I ask, if you think back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when someone say, "Oh, there's a new Final Fantasy coming out," you're like, "Oh shit, this is so exciting!" You can't wait to play it. And now when when you hear, oh, there's a new Final Fantasy coming out, you're like, oh crap, how Square Enix is going to
again?
ruin my childhood again,
Yeah. It was, I don't know, I'm not too excited about it. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, like the footage seemed like a huge market, like a fan service footage, because they were like showing
with
new
the
costumes for
costumes?
Lightning.
Oh,
Yeah,
he has a cloud costume now, and like
No, the thing that kind of pissed me off.
That was the
fact
first one that came out. Like the
That was
cloud
the
costume
first
was the
one.
first one that came out. That was okay.
There's
Since
an
she
Aerith
is essentially
costume now,
a female
too.
cloud. Yeah, those are bad. The Aerith and the Yuna costumes.
That's when I got pissed off. Like,
So like she's supposed to be all tough and stuff. Then she has these
No, it's
girly
not that.
animations.
it's not that. It's just that they're selling, like, I'm sure there are hardcore fans out there that love Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy 7. And we'll just throw in a Yuna costume, Aerith costume, a Cloud costume. Because our fans will most likely get it. Or
They're
something.
turning it into Dead or Alive.
No, it's more like, it's a desperate, it feels like, for me, it feels like a desperate attempt to make the last game of the series, a success. Because definitely Square Enix doesn't consider it
It is
a
sold
success.
out.
Yeah, they
Well,
want
and considering how long it took them to even get the first one out in the series, to have that negative a reaction to it, it's obviously a big blow to their ego, because Final Fantasy is still considered to be their flagship product,
Yeah, Square Enix is all over the place right now. Especially the series, like the Final Fantasy series. They didn't get the best reception on like the 13, like Final Fantasy 13, their online game. They actually had to just cut the plug on that one and revive it.
Yeah, and then all those really stupid mobile versions, like there's a Final Fantasy something of the Brave, I don't know, and it's just, you're just swiping your finger around and...
Yeah, you have like ton amounts of like sprites.
Yeah,
like Final Fantasy
that one.
Sprites, and then, that's horrible. And it actually has a strong microtransaction.
That's what I've heard also.
Gameplay. It's horrible. But yeah, Lightning returns. Final
Not
Fantasy
excited, huh? No
Ugh,
excitement.
no.
How about Dead Rising?
it's-
Like, did you guys see the co-op footage from Dead Rising 3? That looked kind of fun, actually.
Well, Dead Rising has always been fun. Like, it's a treat to always just jump into that world and just do whatever you want, kill millions of zombies.
And but what I
Most
really like now that
absurd
there's some co-op and just the stupidity of shit happening there. Like, there's that one when he's carrying around a giant teddy bear with the rip.
That's exactly what I'm looking at right now. I see a picture of the co-op character and the new guy with a teddy bear behind them with, like, I don't know what the hell. He has guns, but it looks Rambo-ish.
It's
hilarious.
It looks really hilarious.
Yeah, I just saw the
think it'll be
picture.
very fun to play co-op.
No, definitely. But my problem with Dead Rising 3 is, like, I think just the tone of it.
In
'Cause
what sense? Is it
I-
not
It's
serious?
It's trying to be serious.
No, you can say, yeah, it tries to, I don't think it's trying to, but just because it became more brownish or a little bit more, it seems from afar it looks serious.
How can you call it serious when you have a teddy bear with Gatling guns for arms?
No, that's why it's kind of confusing, because I don't know
It's
why they had to go
contradicting
this direction.
design.
Yeah, when Dead Rising 2's cartoonish design worked perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Dead Rising 2 looked very colorful and vibrant compared to this.
Yeah, it makes sense to the whole obscured and weird stuff that was going on in that game. Now, like, you see like a serious guy, and all of a sudden he has a teddy
Everyone is
bear.
wearing black.
And then he has he puts two chainsaws together with a pole.
With a paddle.
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's gonna be a fun
Or-
game. This is Dead Rising 3 is exclusive to Xbox One.
Yep.
Oh,
And-
that's the thing.
I don't think that'll
Xbox
be a
One.
big problem. I mean, Dead Rising 1 was also an exclusive to the Xbox 360. It worked out fine.
For a while.
Dead Rising,
I think it's
I don't think Dead Rising 1 ever got a PS3 version. Dead Rising 2 did. Not more.
Yeah.
Dead
2
Rising
came
1
out-
got a Wii release, though.
Oh, did it? Oh, that's right, it did. A really
Yeah, it did.
butchered Wii release as far as...
Dead Rising 2 was a great game. I'm sorry, that was a really good game. I kind of missed out on was it the other game that had the first character?
It was Dead Rising 2 Case West, I think.
The one that-
Yeah.
yeah, with Frank
Should have
West.
played that.
But as I understand it, that it's basically an alternative take on Dead Rising 2. Like I haven't played it either, But from what I've heard, it's kind of just sort of the same story, but tweaked
with Frank West.
With Frank West, yeah, and tweaked so it's more it's natural with Frank West.
But I think this is like the only, well, for me, I think it's the most in Xbox One's release date or window. This is the only exclusive that's actually pulling me in right now because you can't get it anywhere else. And I have a little problem with the design, but it's definitely going to be a fun game because it's still Dead Rising. Yeah. Yeah, and like it's just a little pet peeve for me with the art. Would it be weird though, like if you imagine Dead Rising 3 out of if it wasn't announced, Xbox One actually didn't have a strong exclusive lineup on release. If you think about it, they actually don't have anything because they don't have Halo, they don't have Gears of War.
They did announce Halo. They had the
I'm talking about when the consoles released,
like launch day window.
Yeah, launch day. And
I don't know
because like PS4 has Killzone and all that, and then Knack. Dead Rising 3 has like, I don't know, some Kinect game, but there's no actual like front runner to start it off.
Speaking of Kinect, there was a Kinect game that was shown off, D4, which is the new Swery 65 game. If you don't know who that is, Swery 65.
Swery,
the guy who made Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition, yeah.
He was, which was sort of a game that's so bad that it was good in a way. But
the gameplay was bad, but the story was great. That's Deadly Premonition.
But anyways, this
Twin Peaks, the game.
D4 stands for Dark Dreams Don't Die. Apparently, that's the full title.
Dark Dreams
Don't Die.
Oh god.
Well, they're pushing it as like a TV show murder mystery kind of thing, and you're trying to find out your wife's murderer. And apparently, like the only clue that you had was like the letter D. So, and from the demonstration, it's a Kinect game. So, that's a big warning sign right there. But from what I've seen, if they can get the Kinect working for this, it looks really cool because it's basically like you're investigating and you've got to move your hands and you're gonna brush this area, so you're gonna make the motion with your hand. That sort of thing. So it looks kind of cool.
Okay, well I'll be open to it. Like I think, just like in any other opening release for a console, like they'll have those games that will just like feature their new features, their new tech things, like of course Xbox One, Kinect, and everything. So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
I'm hoping though. It's hard to say without knowing what the new Kinect is going to be like, because I remember the first Kinect, there was a game by Capcom, I think, which was they made a sequel to Steel Battalion.
Which is considered horrible.
Oh yeah,
I don't even remember the
robot mech game.
But it was like a robot mech game, which was sort of a spiritual successor to Steel Battalion, which was a great Xbox original title.
With Steel Battalion?
The big ass controller.
It had a big ass controller, 2 joysticks, all these buttons. And it's a really good game. And the Kinect version of it was completely messed up, apparently. Like a player could
controls.
Apparently like a player could just be sitting down and not moving, and then the game would still register that he's doing something. So, pretty bad.
That's so bad.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it right now. This is the game that's actually considered one of the worst. Like, it had a great concept, but it just didn't work well. Like, it was just completely broken.
It was the exact opposite of its previous game, where the first game had this giant-ass $200 controller.
No, because it had the whole concept was like you're in this mech, or I think for heavy armor, like you're in this tank or something, and you're in first person, and you see all those controls in front of you, and you can use it with the Kinect. You pretty much
reach out for the controls.
You reach out for those things, those knobs in the game, but none of them work. Like for example, like if you stand up, you're supposed to stand up and look outside the machine. That never happens. But if you sit down, then it happens. Like, it's really weird. Yeah. It's very
exactly. I mean, my point of bringing that up was because, be on guard, because the Kinect hasn't exactly had the best track record.
Yeah. No, but I'm being hopeful because I actually want that kind of concept to actually finally work.
Yeah. If Microsoft can get it down working, then they've got something with really great potential beyond just dancing games.
Or if
with how
that's the
hard
only
they're
good thing.
pushing the Kinect 2.
that's the only fun thing about Kinect.
Is the dancing games, yeah, exactly.
Dance
Yeah, the
Central
dancing
2014.
Well, I
You
think
guys know that there's actually Dance Central in Time Zone now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they
With
set
Kinect?
up with Kinect. They make it look like a big arcade machine, but with a open space area that they taped out. I guess there's just an Xbox inside it. Then they run like
definitely.
Dance Central.
Well, but why not just, aren't there other normal arcade games that do that anyways? Like, I
not
know
with
I
motion
don't
control,
think
believe.
anybody will notice.
I guess, yeah, not with motion control and not with the arm movements. I mean, you have your Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
That's only your stuff.
Those are just the arrow pads. But this one is like motion and stuff.
Well, I think the
I don't
other
know.
big one to come out of TGS, probably the biggest title from TGS, Deep Down.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah,
Because I have
and
I have huge beef with that one.
yeah, it was if you don't know, it was announced that Deep Down will be a free to play game. So that has certain negative connotations right there.
I got completely turned off with it.
The fact that it's Capcom is a negative.
No, not just that. It's just the fact that it's a free to play game. Like it was kind of a bummer really to the fact that its setting was more of an Assassin's Creed type of thing where like you're in the future and then you kind of go back to the past.
Oh,
That's how Deep
it?
Down is.
Oh god.
No, that's the setting. That's the setting. Like you're in 2094 New York, and I forgot how you go into the past, but you do go to the past, and then that's where the fantasy, the fantasy gameplay or whatever, fight dragons and other mystical creatures.
Yeah. And it looks fun. I don't think the fact that it's free to play will take away from the fun factor, but my worry is that it's gonna.
I just never liked any free.
It's gonna inundate you with like buy this stuff to keep playing, or shit like that.
Oh, definitely.
Or like buy this to level up. Or
Yeah. stuff like
You
that.
have died. Press
That's
continue,
exactly my beef.
$2.
It's a free-to-play game by Capcom. And you know how Capcom is with microtransactions.
Oh yeah, they love it. They love it.
We might have only
They're
have
horrible
one
with
class released on game day or something. I don't know. But
You
it's
need
just
to pay $2 to level up by one.
or something like that.
something
No,
like
but I just what?
Oh, no, never mind.
But yeah, it just feels like it's gonna be really restricted or very limited because I wouldn't mind like with that kind of graphics and the gameplay pretty much like going to like the whole Dark Souls, Demon Souls kind of style.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind buying it for like $50, $60 or like 2,000 pesos. I wouldn't mind. Just the thought of it, like it being restricted because it's free. I'm.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Really, we can't say with any real certainty how Capcom's going to handle it. But I mean, there's a good. It's not normal to be worried at this point, knowing Capcom's track record with this sort of thing, and the general nature of free-to-play titles, anyways.
Yeah, but imagine Pantare is a free-to-play game. It's the first game that comes out. Because Pantare is the new game engine from Capcom, and the first game is a free-to-play game.
Deep Down. And is this their first free-to-play game? Like Capcom's first free-to-play game?
I'm sure they have a game out there.
I'm not sure. There might be a mobile game somewhere, like Chibi Street Fighter or something. I don't know, but
No, well, there's Breath of Fire 6. That's free.
Oh, is it?
That's a mobile game. Yeah, that was announced like months ago. I was completely turned off. Like they're reviving Breath of Fire, but in a mobile sense, and it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a free to play game. And I don't know. I guess they're just testing the waters in terms of free to play. Capcom.
Yeah, but the danger is this is a big, one of the first free to play titles on the new system. So
new console, new IP,
yeah,
and it's free to play.
There's a danger that this will set precedent for future releases down the road. And depending on how well it is designed or how bad it's designed. So hopefully Cap gets this one right.
It is pretty early, but that's just me, I guess. Moving on, is there anything else?
Well, I mean, there were a bunch of other announcements. Well, not really announcements, but a lot of footage was shown, and nothing really new or surprising beyond the Vita TV and the Slim Vita.
Well, Gravity Rush 2 was kind of teased.
Oh, that was shown. Yeah, it was teased.
Oh, wow.
So that might be kind of cool.
Yeah, not officially launched. I mean, not officially revealed, but more like teased. Is that how it came out in TGS? They didn't really announce it as the sequel, was it? Or they just
sort of. It was just a quick tease on one of their big ass screens, and then they didn't really show much of it. It was just really literally a tease, and then people are.
Was that really a big game though? Gravity Rush?
It was pretty fun. I mean, I remember,
for the Vita, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty big title.
It's one of
for
the more
Vita.
unique games. Yeah.
And to the point that it has a sequel and it's actually in the All-Stars game.
Yeah, and the characters in the All-Stars game, exactly. There's a new sequel to Theat Rhythm, Final Fantasy Theat Rhythm for 3DS called...
That's a really good game from what I'm starting to hear.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you're just it's a rhythm game with classic Final Fantasy tunes. With chibi Final Fantasy characters. So now they're adding a bunch more dudes, more songs. Doesn't seem like it's reinventing the wheel in any way, but, more of a good thing is never bad.
They're gonna add Noel and Sarah there.
Oh god.
Well, I know, they're adding...
I'm so sour today.
Well, because the first one was all just, the main characters, right? So now they're...
The Dissidia cast. The first one was the Dissidia good guy cast.
Now they're adding, Tifa, Kane, which is the Dissidia 2 cast.
The Dissidia 012 cast.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they had a template and they're just going with that.
More or less, yeah.
Theat
other things...
Theat Rhythm is actually on the iOS too. So I played a bit of it. I like it too. Yeah. Something to be excited about.
Some other announcements JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is getting a Western release. I think we mentioned that last week, didn't we? Or
yeah, I think we did.
Briefly.
We did? Okay, well that's getting a Western release. That was announced in TGS. Persona 4 Arena is getting a new version with it's got the best name ever. Persona 4 Arena.
It's
the Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold. What the hell?
Yep.
What?
Yep, that's true.
A thing?
That's the actual title of the game.
Oh god. Well, I'm sure you're excited about that.
Ultra Suplex Hold. Oh yeah, I've seen the videos.
What's the difference with this game though?
Aside from the 3 new revealed characters.
3 new characters.
Which are from Persona 3. Most of the cast are going to have shadow versions of each other, which is they'll play differently. They have more meter, etc.
I really hate the whole good side.
No, kind of you remember the old Samurai Showdown games when you can pick burst or slash mode. Kind of like that.
Yeah, it's essentially that.
Okay. Well, is there a release date for this already?
No,
none yet. I believe
this will come out first in arcades, I think, in Japan.
There's no console release yet announced.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Persona 4, it's a really underrated fighting game. It's really well made. It's made by the guys.
It's one of my favorite fighting games.
It's made by the guys.
BlazBlue, Guilty Gear,
and BlazBlue. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I haven't played it, but I hear great things about the game though. Persona 4.
It's one of the Evo titles, I think, isn't it?
Evo
titles?
It's
been to Evo a few times.
Oh, Evo, sorry.
So that's about it, really, on my end. It was a great show overall. We got to see more of what we wanted to see more of.
Updates.
Just a big show on updates. Yeah, it's hard to say. This year's E3 was just crazy. So it's hard to say to compare this to that when you have that show still in the back of your mind.
Well, here's one thing that was kind of a big breaking news in TGS. Last Guardian's not there.
Again.
That's a big news right there.
Really? Now,
it was a shocking surprise. Yeah, they were. It was
a big lack of news.
It was such a big thing that I totally forgot. I totally only heard about it now. But it's not there.
It was shocking. No one expected that.
But it makes it interesting. I think we discussed this before also, but I don't know what the heck is going on with those guys, man.
I consider it dead. They just want to keep it there. I don't know.
It's the next
eco company ran out of money. That's what happened. I don't know. If it does come out, it might come out when the PS4 slim comes out. I don't know, something like that. But that's how
when the PS4 needs more money. Then they'll come out with that.
Yeah, or something like that. But yeah, that's TGS in a nutshell. There's a lot of videos, and I'll put a link on this episode. Like, there's a lot of sites that actually pretty much compiled the whole thing, and it's actually pretty entertaining. Like, I'm pretty excited now for Metal Gear Solid 5. Deep down, not so much. Dead Rising 3, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's tons of videos to see, actually.
Yeah, we actually skipped. We actually went straight to TGS. Like, what are you guys playing this week?
Oh.
Yeah, we totally forgot about that kind of. We were so excited for TGS.
I think straight to news.
We're still at Grand Theft Auto, man. Like, that's
have you gotten it now, Will?
Yeah, I do.
Have you bought the game?
I do have it now.
Sweet.
It's there.
And
I'm enjoying it. Well, I'm playing that, and I'm also playing Lord of the Rings Online, and I'll tell you why I'm playing Lord of the Rings Online, because...
Why are you playing Lord?
Because it's a pretty old game, and
free-to-play game.
It's not people like, why are you playing that? I keep getting it. Well, actually, I'm taking there's a course online offered by Coursera.com by Vanderbilt University called Online Games, Literature, New Media, Narrative. And one of the topics we're covering is specifically the Lord of the Rings series.
Okay.
And we're looking at how the story is, how differently it becomes interpreted across books, film, and games. So one of our assignments is actually to be playing Lord of the Rings Online to see how certain areas of the film or from the novel are represented.
Oh, so you're pretty much playing the game for work,
for class. It's for class.
Yeah, for class.
And it's pretty cool because there's about 40,000 students who have registered for this course. Not all of them are playing the game.
Are they in the same guild as you?
Well, we're spread out all over different servers, but we do have a guild in the one I'm in specifically for this class. So,
is this your first time playing Lord of the Rings Online, or you actually joined it before?
I played it before when it was initially released, but I got suckered back into World of Warcraft, so I never put too much time into it. And right now it's free to play. So
how is it now? It's free to play. Like,
it's okay, actually. I mean, you can easily get to about level 30, 35 just on free content. There's plenty to do, even without paying anything.
Oh, it's one of those free to play online games where you actually have a restriction in terms of like.
Well, but how it restricts it basically is like if you want to, basically you can go anywhere, right? There's no restrictions as where you can go, but like let's say you want a quest in this certain area, like you have to buy the quest pack for that area. So you can visit it, you can kill stuff in there, but you can't do the quests in there.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
That's a weird concept. But did you actually spend a bit?
No, I haven't spent anything yet, actually, and I'm still got a lot to do with the free content that's available. So I don't really feel that I have to say, I think Lord of the Rings Online is one of the few examples of how they were able to transition from a subscription model to a free-to-play model relatively well. I mean, it's still kind of weird in certain things, but, it's definitely much better than how, like, Star Wars Old Republic did it.
How does it feel in terms of population? Like, does it feel vibrant?
Well, there's always people online now. I think mainly because of the course that I have a very active guild right now. Running around though, like questing and stuff, you don't see too many people, but it's got a pretty good population. And in fact, last week, we had there was an in-game event, was Bilbo Baggins' birthday. And what I learned apparently is that the server I decided
dynamic event.
Yeah, no. And what I apparently learned is the server I play on is apparently considered to be the frat house of servers in Lord of the Rings Online. Because
frat house.
Because there were I was really surprised at how many player-run events were going on that day. Like there was a fireworks display in Rivendell, and then in the Shire there was live bands.
Do we have people actually role-playing the whole game?
It wasn't really role-playing in the sense, but for example, Lord of the Rings Online has a really robust music system. Your character can learn how to play an instrument, and then you can actually compose things to play on the instrument. So they had a concert going on with a full band and everything, and then they had the fireworks display. So that was pretty.
So how do you do that? It's like a Guitar Hero kind of style.
No. You kind of just kind of write it on a file that can be read by the computer, and then you
Oh, no way.
by the system rather, and then you just put it in a certain directory, that file, and then like the command I think is /music played whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and you can sync it up with other players. So like if two of you have like the same piece, you can. There's a command basically so you play it both in sync and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. They've got some.
You can be a Lord of the Rings band.
Yeah, exactly. There was that whole event was actually run by a guild called the Lonely Mountain Band. So,
that's cool.
But yeah, I wanted to mention that's what I've been playing, Lord of the Rings and Grand Theft Auto. So that's the.
How do you feel about Grand Theft Auto? Like you're actually, because I'll talk about it in a bit because I'm done with it. What are your impressions of it like coming in?
Definitely enjoying it so far. I mean, I'm really liking how the three main characters' dynamics. Like Trevor's just a total funny guy. I really love him.
Trevor's literally the perfect example of every GTA player.
In a way, yeah, that's true.
If you think about it, like how we play this game, we're batshit crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, just the amount of stuff to do and there's things to see and all the little details that I mean, I can just drive around listening to the radio and I'd be okay.
Oh, the radio is just so entertaining.
But what the music I actually enjoy a lot is when you pause the game, like that very mellow kind of song in the pause menu is I really like that song. It's it's super subtle, so I mean, you probably don't think, what song is that? But take a listen to it. It's really good.
I think I'll do that. Yeah. But you're definitely like a couple of hours in.
Yeah, I mean a couple hours in. I mean, I don't know how far I'm in. I'm probably not that far in, but
because me, I'm done. I'm done. I finished it yesterday. I have 30 plus hours divided between each character. Like I have actually had 10 hours per character. And the game overall, finishing the main story, I have like 61%. I still have a lot of stuff to do still.
Are you the type of player though to like I have to get 100% on everything, like all the little side things, all the collect?
I'm the kind of player that like I want to do that, but midway I'll say fuck it. I want to try first, and if I can't do it, I'll just I try. Like at least I try. But yeah, the game overall, it's a really good game. Like I kind of liked it. The story from start to finish was very satisfying. Of course I won't spoil anything, but there's definitely a good pace on how the story from start to middle to the end. The only disappointing thing for me overall was the heists. I think that was just a missed opportunity there. It didn't have enough in the end. Because it was a great idea, like setting up all of those, setting up the heist, preparing the getaway car, picking your crew and all that. But in the end, I didn't feel that excited anymore because the crew members, like even if because when you pick your crew members, and if you succeed, their skills improve. The problem there is, like you can use those characters again, maybe at least twice. Like you'll use them again the second time, but I don't see myself seeing it the third time for some reason. Like it doesn't. I don't see a point picking these characters or improving them because the heists were just like so rare.
They're very story based.
They're very very story based. But I think that'll change on online. I'm not too sure.
Or with DLC.
With DLC, yeah. But I'm pretty much disappointed with the whole heist thing. They could have done.
Well, it's definitely, they're going to be putting in more DLC down the road. Like I hope they put out. Like I really like the Grand Theft Auto 4 stuff, like the Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost in the Damned, I think it was called. Like with a brand new character, a little new side story. So I hope the next step here is they showcase 3 new characters, or maybe even 2 or 1 even.
Actually, my problem with the heists, that whole feature, was just, I think I was hoping I could have my own heist, like in the side, like I can do something, like out of the missions. because you don't have that. It's not in the side missions. Like, it's just literally in the main story. I was just like hoping that I can like rob a bank, plan it, use those crew members that I improved on the main story, and then do a heist. But there's nothing like that in the side missions. You can rob a convenience store out of the blue, but that's just about it. But overall the game is really good. I actually really like it. It's actually perfect because I finished the game yesterday. That was Friday, and we have GTA Online coming out in October 1. So it's actually a perfect, like, how they divided it. I'm not too sure if it's the plan, but 2 weeks of playing the game was just enough for me to get everything I wanted, and then now I'm prepared for online. Yeah. Which I think if both modes came out, I would have been a little bit longer because I'll be jumping from one mode after the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, I think it's a good move that they delayed the online, so that everyone can get the story out of the way.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that. Like, they go from single to multiplayer and then just play around with it. I think I kind of wish if other games do that too. Like, for Battlefield 4, for example, I wouldn't mind if they released the single player a week before, or like 2 days before, so we can just get it out of the way.
Well, I didn't even bother finishing the single player for Battlefield 3. I got.
Oh, see that? Yeah, same here.
but 3 was done by the single player for Battlefield 3 was done by a different company. That's why it's really bad.
Oh, I see.
Really?
Like, yeah, they outsourced it. That's why it was so terrible.
Holy shit! Did you play that game on the highest difficulty in single player?
No, I did.
Oh,
that's what? That's whoever did that. Whoever plays that hard difficulty has to die.
Is a hero.
I'm sorry. Those guys have like automatic headshots. Like, you just peep your head, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
How about Migs? What have you been playing this week?
I've been trying to finish GTA 5 as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which I haven't beaten the story yet. Because, like I told you guys earlier, when I jump in the game, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna beat the story. I'm gonna beat the story. So I have something to talk about on Saturday. And then I end up wasting 1 hour just goofing around. Like, I live stream most of my playthrough.
It's so easy. I understand how easy it is to just get lost in goofing around and doing dumb shit in that game, you know?
Like,
oh yeah, Will,
oh God,
by the way,
I've been playing for 1 hour.
I've
just been dying 30 times.
No, Will, there is a achievement for getting eaten by a shark. It happened to me.
Oh
yeah, I got that myself.
Yeah, because I was like really curious. Like, okay, I'll go in the ocean. I'll look for a shark, which was surprising. It just popped in front of me. It spawned, like, and it behaved like a shark. It was actually circling around me. I couldn't clear it. It was like circling me, and then before it chomps on you, and you're dead instantly. And then, boop, 5 points for me in my Xbox achievements. That was hilarious.
Nice.
Out from it's called.
But you're having fun with the game, like, still, I'm sure, because you're just goofing around with GTA.
Oh yeah, 5. Of course. Like, I would. After doing a major story mission, I would stop and see if anyone has any side quests, and like if I can do them like within the hour, I'll do them. So I guess that's why I haven't beaten the game yet.
But it was kind of, it felt kind of weird. When I was doing like the last few missions in the end, I'm not gonna say anything, but I didn't get that sense of excitement to like see what happens next. Like, that was for me, because I actually, like, the last mission, I actually just went around and just goofed around. Like, just, I was doing a side quest. Like, I didn't have that, like, instant, like, okay, I have to, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I felt, and when that last mission was over, I experienced the longest credits I've ever seen in a video game. Which was...
Oh, wow. So many people just working on the game.
Yeah, 15 minutes long, I think. I don't know. I literally just left my PC on and just hoping I would see anything, but it was like going on. I actually watched an episode of Big Bang and I was still going. That's how it was, to be exact.
Wow.
But yeah. GTA 5. I'm moving on with GTA 5.
Back to Splinter Cell?
I actually did play Splinter Cell, like, before we started this conversation, this conference. I don't know why, I can't seem to connect for some reason.
No.
I'll try again. But yeah, it's a good That's fun. Blacklist. Oh, but before we use that, I was playing something after I finished the game, and thank God for Steam having a weekend like free games to play on the weekends. Dead Island Riptide came out for like just for the weekend for everybody, and that's a really horrible game. Just plain and simple. Has anybody played the first?
I did, and you know what? Do you remember the trailer for that game? Like the first game when it was kind of like a reverse thing of like a girl.
Oh yeah, that
and then her
one,
family in the hotel room fighting.
The critically not officially acclaimed trailer.
My goodness, that trailer alone made me, holy crap, I need to play this game. And then I got it, and what do I get? Voodoo, yo hoodoo, bitch! You know, that's what you get.
You get Sam B, that's what you get.
Yeah. You get Sam B. And even the trailer for Riptide I thought I liked it too. It was like the couple in the boat, and then there were zombies like crawling on top of it.
No, I didn't like the second one. I think that was just too much. Like, they're doing it again. Like, no, actually, that's a perfect example of what I feel about Riptide. The first trailer, it's a perfect example. The first trailer, I was super excited and I loved it. The second trailer, I didn't like it because it was the same shit again, over and over. Exactly what I feel about the game.
That's kind of sad too, because the game itself didn't really do anything new. It was just a continuation of the story without even trying to fix any of the problems that the first game had.
It really, because I think 4 to 5 hours in, and it just really feels like an expansion. Like when I mentioned to Migs a while ago before we recorded that, he actually said, "Oh, you're talking about the expansion?" Like everybody assumes this is an expansion, and
that's exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah, and it's actually a sequel. It's an actual game. I think $20 cheaper, but it's really just the same game. A little bit more tweaked in terms of bugs, but it's
less buggy, but it doesn't really address the issues of the first game. Like, you know, the aiming was really kind of weird, and it just didn't feel good.
It had a floaty.
Yeah,
feel.
Really floaty. It didn't feel good in that sense, you know. Even like killing zombies stopped being fun after a while.
Yeah, because the only reason why I liked the first game was just the concept, like the RPG elements and it being co-op. It was appealing. I actually liked it. Like it didn't do well in terms of reviews. Actually,
yeah, I think it did well okay the first game.
It did because also the concept of like, you know, here you are in a resort island, and there's
world,
a zombie apocalypse
going
on. Yeah, that concept was kind of really interesting. Now Riptide has just thrown, you know, there's nothing.
New.
Yeah, there's nothing new. There's no interesting set pieces. You're just on.
Had boats. Now has boats.
You're just on a boat on another bloody island that no one gives a crap about, right?
Yeah, and I imported my characters, and because I had a 39 character, and I imported him. There's nothing else to get. Like my character's actually close to the max, and like when I got my character to Riptide, when I was leveling up, there's nothing else I wanted to get out of my skill points. Like the class progression was like shut. It's like something like I'll just put these skills just for the sake of using it. There's no excitement to it. And then the weapons are pretty much the same, even like the modding, and all the quests at the same time are fetch quests. Just feels like another
fetch quests.
Please, get my camera. We were doing a horror film, and then zombies showed up. Can you please get the camera? Oh, and get batteries while you're at it. Like those are the quests that I have to go through, and it was boring. I'm sorry. Like it was free in Steam, like right now. But I think when you guys are listening to this, it'll be done. I have no intentions whatsoever to buy it. I think it's like at $13 right now. It's like a 44% off right now. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it for free. It's a waste of time.
Well, here's hoping they you know, if they ever make a Dead Island 3, they just reboot the whole thing, you know, and just try to make it, just learn from the last game instead of just pushing out more of the same. Because
I was hoping they would learn from the first one, but I guess the delusion to think that they actually have a great thing. All they have to do is just add content to it, because that's what it felt like.
Well, that's making a pretty big assumption on their part. I mean, for all you know, maybe they were forced by corporate to just push out another shitty sequel or something. I mean, obviously, the first game made enough money to warrant the sequel. So I have a feeling it was. Well, I can't say for sure, but it feels like. It was just forcing them, hey guys, rebate, let's make more, let's make another one, here you go.
Yeah, Deep Silver and Techland, they're actually making a MOBA out of the Dead Island franchise.
A MOBA? Really?
What?
Yeah, it was announced. There's no footage, but they're definitely gonna go that direction. Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me, but it's gonna happen.
I don't even like this trend of turning everything and anything into a MOBA. I just find that so weird.
It's stupid. Yeah.
I mean, there's that DC
I can't even imagine.
I can't either. I don't know what, like what, a thug becomes a character, or
a zombie becomes a creep.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Some shit like that. Oh god.
What's the other side? Good zombies? I don't understand.
Probably military and then zombies. I don't know, some shit like that, right?
Yeah, and then, well, speaking of the same company who made Dead Island, Techland, they're actually making another zombie game for like next gen. Dying Light, I think is what it's called.
Oh, was this the parkour zombie game?
Yeah, that's like exactly Dead Island.
Mirror's Edge zombie game.
Mirror's Edge, yeah.
It's a parkour zombie survival game. Anyways, with that thought right there, I think we should take a break at this point.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll be back after the break to talk about Steam's big 3 announcements.
Yeah, which I'm pretty excited to talk about. So stay around. We'll be back in a bit. And we're back.
We're back, guys.
Hey. What's up?
Yeah, next up, we're going to pretty much talk about, I think the biggest thing out of this week. Valve actually is now making a move to your living rooms.
Yep. Three separate announcements. The first was the SteamOS. That was followed by the Steam Box, and then finally with the Steam controller. So it's pretty much what everyone's been suspecting. Steam's finally making a move, or Valve is making a move to pretty much turn PC gaming into console gaming, in a way.
Or pretty much going head to head now with the other console companies. It's a pretty interesting move, but I don't. Why, to be honest? Is there a big market? Do they want a chunk of the console people? Because they're doing pretty well.
No, I think it's because like.
What do you think? What do you think?
I thought we cut out for a while.
No, I was waiting for you to finish your thought. Well, actually, what I think is, while you gather your thoughts, is people have been rumbling about this for a very long time already. Like it's always sort of been in the back that why doesn't Valve do this? And I guess they finally I guess it's just a way to promote PC gaming, because people nowadays still kind of think of PC gaming as the underdog. And even developers in a way look at it that way. Like for example, Assassin's Creed, the PC version always comes out weeks later.
I don't understand, because no matter what, the PC version is always the better looking one.
Exactly, right? It's
so weird.
It is weird. So, so I think it's Valve's way to promote PC gaming, and for sure they're going to get more money out of it. They're biting into the console market here.
Yeah.
And, for people who wanted to always make the jump to PC gaming but couldn't afford to, put together a proper gaming rig, like this might be the best way to go about it now.
That's what I think, that the advantage of consoles is, since the device is dedicated to gaming, it's very simple, sort of, you just pop the disc in, then you run the game. While in PC gaming, you have to buy all these expensive parts, then put the rig together, and set up. And there are some people who like that, and a lot of people who don't. So I think having a
and it's expensive
box
too. I mean, like
dedicated
for
to all that, yeah. It's
for a
expensive
gaming
to-
for a
for
gaming
PC.
a gaming rig can easily push you past like 50 grand, 60 grand.
The 50K, yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
right.
Actually, yeah, that's true. In the Philippines, around maybe 45 to 50, like, you will definitely get a high-end rig that will pretty much play the current games right now.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you can even go beyond that if you really want to go totally all out, right? You can get rigs that are 100 grand.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but depending on how they do this, like SteamOS, the whole Steam box, depending on how they do this, it just might push me to go with Steam for the next gen. Depending on how they do
But
it,
see,
in terms of how they release
there's
their
another
games.
interesting point here is that the Steam box itself is not a proprietary Valve box. It's not like it's a Valve
Yeah.
branded box. They're going to sell the technology to other companies to make their
Yeah.
own version of it. So there's nothing saying that Microsoft might not buy their own version of a Steam box or maybe make it an add-on to the Xbox One or something like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out down the road. We might start.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Actually,
Like we might see Samsung, Apple buying into the technology. I mean, there's another battle there that might be interesting to watch.
it's actually pretty interesting to the point that what they're doing is they're just throwing the technology to the manufacturers, to the other companies, and they can just keep doing what they do
Exactly.
in a sense.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
And
it's SteamOS.
Microsoft
Hopefully
is
it's a good
probably,
system.
they're probably watching this with hawk's eyes because this is pretty much exactly what they wanted the Xbox One to be, the digital platform in a box in your living room, right?
Yeah, but
So-
Steam's gonna do it better no matter what.
So, exactly.
They got that jotted down, man. There's no one that can do it better than Steam. I'm really excited for this. That's what I was saying like a while ago. That it depends on how it's gonna be executed, because I would really like to see Steam have Steam exclusive games.
Steam exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
In a way,
Like
there are already.
not PC exclusive games, Steam exclusive games, because we can I can imagine it already, like PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PC, and Steam. When you announce your platform,
Right. Right.
that's gonna be pretty exciting, and I think that's pretty cool.
And even if it's
Like-
released on PC, it'll go out on Steam anyways, right? So,
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But it'll be that kind of like pull, like you have the specific game exclusive, because that's how you like want like a sort of specific console,
Right.
like.
Yeah,
This
the
game-
exclusives.
Yeah, and since they're now tackling on the living room, I really feel that it just makes sense if they do it that way. They have exclusive Steams, like for example, Half-Life 3.
But it brings up another point. Like you guys saw the controller, and it
Release Half-Life 3.
you guys have seen
Sorry.
how strange this new controller looks.
Oh yeah, well, for those who haven't seen it, it's a stickless controller.
Yeah, it's basically touchpads everywhere, and
It looks horrible.
well, I wouldn't say it looks horrible. It just looks. I don't know
It's
how.
I don't know,
Weird.
for me it
I
looks
don't know
horrible.
how it's gonna work, but from what I can see, it's basically their attempt to put a mouse into a controller, and
It's their way of not alienating the other PC games. Like, I think you could play Total War on that.
yeah, but there are other games that really require a keyboard. Like you can get MMOs on Steam. How are you gonna play that on your Steam box without a keyboard, right? So, it's
But I don't think MMOs like going to happen with the SteamOS, because I think they were like saying that some games will be for the SteamOS, and I think the third parties like the MMOs are still like a big question mark that can be included. Because because the whole concept of the SteamOS or the Steam box is you're pretty much streaming what you have in your PC to your TV, and then I think that Steam box will be like a hub in a way. And when it comes to like the MMOs, I don't know if it's gonna be applicable for the box. Well, that's what I think. They haven't really said anything like that. So, yeah. But the design of the controller itself, again, I'll say it's horrible.
It's bizarre. I think it will appeal to more of the first-person shooter genre, especially with how the face buttons are positioned.
That's another thing. The positions are weird. Like it's in the middle, like in the upper left, upper right, and the bottom left, bottom right. It's in the middle, and I don't know. It's gonna be a weird thing to get used to. From what I'm
that
seeing.
like the face buttons are like beside each pad instead of having it all on the right side. So that's bizarre.
And I'm not too sure if that's a touchpad in the middle. I'm not too sure how that's going. Like it has the Steam logo on the inside. Is this like the official look of the controller?
I think so, because Kotaku just put out a article that says that there's hands-on impressions for the controller. So they have a physical version of it already made, I guess, for dev testing.
But
I'll link you guys to it.
Is this wireless?
I'm assuming it'll be wireless. It'll be kind of dumb if it's wireless.
Wireless with USB micro or something on top.
Because for me, I actually, to be honest, I would prefer when it comes out, I'm assuming Xbox One's controller will be applicable for PC now. I'd rather go for that. Like, unless it's really game breaking. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm just saying it too early, but I don't know. I'm still pretty skeptical with the whole controller.
Yeah, but if they allow like support for keyboard, mouse, or third-party controllers, still that would be okay.
That's like always going to be the problem when bringing PC gaming into the living room, is that a keyboard and a mouse setup is just very awkward to use on a couch. You know, there are third party like.
I tried it. That was horrible. I tried making a setup with the couch and the keyboard and mouse.
No, but I've seen people make little rigs where they have like a breakfast, those tables used
breakfast
for
bed tables, yeah.
And
it can work. It can work for sure, but it's obviously not yet suited. So I guess the trick is, I think this is Valve's way of trying to address that issue, but I don't think it's going to be a perfect solution yet. But we'll see. Hard to say.
Like it might not be the preferred solution, but at least they have one. In case you don't want to use keyboard and mouse, I guess. It's better than nothing.
No, but I just, it's weird, I think. I guess they just don't want to alienate all the games they have on Steam, but it could have been worth. They could have just used a regular basic Xbox 360 controller. But I'm definitely excited for this because what they're really doing is pretty much bridging the gap, the 2 feet gap I have between my TV and my PC. That's really what's happening. And do you think it's going to be really expensive? I don't think so.
I think it will be cheaper, if ever.
The box is just like what?
Well, yeah, it's basically a media PC. That's essentially what it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's hard to say, like, depending, because I don't know, the games that are going to be played on it are PC games. Right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. So they're optimized for certain setups of PC hardware, not just control schemes.
Oh, yeah.
So the box is going to have a minimum, it's going to be the CPU, this kind of video card, this, all that stuff. So maybe in a way, by just Steam selling this technology, they avoid the hassle of having to configure different SKUs of boxes, right? So maybe if Panasonic or whoever buys into it, maybe they can have 3 different kinds of boxes. They can have like the Steam box,
the low settings, the medium, and the ultra settings.
Exactly, yeah. That's what
I think the SteamOS, I think, is going to come out in 2014.
Well, next year.
Hopefully that OS can actually be my replacement. Do you think this OS is more of a competition also for Windows in itself?
I don't think so.
Or is this... Because it's still technically an operating system, and if it's meant for gaming, which obviously it is, that'd be pretty cool. I want to get out of Windows 7 already. Just go SteamOS, if it's possible. But yeah, Steam, going to your living room, I'm not too sure. Well, I'm excited. See what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
What do you guys...
Moving on.
But before we move on, I'd like to invite anyone who's listening to us, if you've got thoughts or questions, or what are your thoughts on the Steam box? Because I'd love to hear them.
Oh same.
It like we all seem to have different. All of us here right now, me, Migs, and Carlos. I think we can all agree that we're kind of happy that it's there, but we just don't know what kind of form.
We're all very excited and skeptical.
We know someone's baking a cake, but we just don't know what kind of cake.
Would you be okay?
Is the cake a lie? Oh God.
Is the cake
a lie? Yeah, exactly. Are there onions in the cake, or is it delicious chocolate? Who knows?
Would it be okay if this Steam box was not what it is right now, like a hub, like the stream, or it became straight up console, like a straight up console to go directly at PS4. So it's another box that we have to buy, and it will just have Steam as it.
But see, you have the question there is, will it utilize existing games like PC games, or it will have its own new library of games?
I hope it uses all, but
No, I think well, if we put it in that direction, like it'll have the same library, but it won't have the ability to change your rig. You know what I mean? Because technically, this concept right now that was announced, you can change your PC's parts and then you can just improve on it. What the box will do, from what I'm reading, is it'll just pretty much transfer, stream it to your TV or any hardware device on your living room. Would it been a more exciting news if it was actually just a box? You know what I mean? Just like the PS4, just the Xbox One. Just another console.
Like a box with its own specs.
Yeah, with its own specs, with its own Kinect, or with its own whatever.
Yeah. And I hope they make the box look like the companion cube. I would.
I think that's the size of what I'm imagining. No. Well, the companion is pretty big.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Like a Rubik's cube. Like a little bit bigger.
Like an Ouya.
Like an Ouya, you mean?
Like an Ouya. Because it's just streaming what it has in the PC to the TV. What else do you need out of the box, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it being big. You're not putting CDs on it. You're not gonna watch a DVD on it. It's all in the PC.
It's all digital, yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be I'm really thinking it's gonna be really small, something portable, which could be pretty cool if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like you bring your high-end laptop and your little Steam box, and then for some reason your hotel has an HDTV, you're all set.
Yeah.
There's no net, because it's all DRM, so you're just kind of screwed. Which that's actually gonna be pretty interesting. If there's no net, what can you do?
Yeah, actually, how will that handle it? Well, what if you can't connect online? Will you be able to stream your game still? Because Steam has that offline mode, right? So you can still play a bunch of stuff. You can still play.
No, well, I don't think so. Because I remember installing Steam, and I installed FTL on my laptop, and for some reason I didn't have net on where I was staying at the time, so I was out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't play it.
Really?
It was trying to. Yeah.
They didn't allow you to play FTL.
I couldn't play FTL. It was trying to connect to my account, but it couldn't. Please try again.
Maybe only certain games have that. But I know Steam itself has an offline mode.
I couldn't get in. I still couldn't get in.
You couldn't access your library at all,
Yeah, because it was said the files that I needed to access my account was not there. Please try again or connect to the internet. But my workaround was pretty much to stay online and then go offline, and then it'll work.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay, go online, connect to your library, then go offline, and then it would work.
Yeah, because just when you first start up the Steam for the first time and there's no net, it's gonna freak out. Especially when I clear my cookies. Whatever they need. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. But that's a good reminder that Steam is still DRM, the thing that we really hate. But we love because it's Steam. But yeah, whoever has questions regarding this, we'd love to hear it. We have our email, TMG Podcast at the TMG Podcast at gmail.com. If you have questions, we might talk about it more in the coming episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this.
Well, I think that's about all we can say right now for the Steam box.
Yeah. What else?
Well, we could.
My number. Oh, go.
No, I was going to say we can start. What's coming up next week and in October.
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, I want to mention first the success it's going with my number 9.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Is everybody excited about that?
I am super excited.
Mega Man's bastard's child or brother.
Or Mega Man's new job.
or Mega Man's new job. They're now at 2.7 million, which is like they have 2 days left. But for you guys, like this episode will be released on Tuesday, so I think it's gonna be done by then. But they went to the point where they can now release it on current gen, and I think their next one, if they can reach it, they get what is that? They get an extra stage.
The stretch goals.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Because they're at 2.7, like I mentioned, and then 2.9 is. Wait, let me just open that up.
I think the current one is co-op challenge mode.
Yeah.
2.9 is intro stage and boss. Like
another boss.
Like a Mega Man X like thing, I guess.
Yeah. They also announced that the stretch goals that if they actually made 3.3, but I don't think they'll make it.
Their stretch goals now is 3.5, which is a PS Vita and 3DS version. 3.3 would be PS4 and Xbox One.
3.3?
Yeah.
That's weird. They actually need more money for the handheld versions. I mean,
yeah, that's weird. But
I would imagine
the handheld would be easier to do, I guess.
Like the handheld would be first, and then the next gen would be the next stretch goal. But they're definitely going ready for PC and current gen. Wow. Yeah. 3 days to go, I think, too. Do you think they get sued by this, though?
I'm still waiting for the news that Capcom will say, "Oh, that's Mega Man."
And it's kind of weird that they're I'm not sure if this is true, but it is actually true. The developer name is Concept.
Yeah. By Inafune.
By Inafune himself, but the Mega Man creator. And I don't know if anybody has actually went to Capcom recently and just asked, like, are you guys okay with this? Because it's literally the same game. For those who don't know, it's a Kickstarter project that started
1 month ago.
Yeah, 1 month ago. And Inafune, the creator of Mega Man, who's now out of Capcom, obviously, is asking for funds for the Mighty Number 9, and it's pretty much just a different skin of Mega Man. Which, I don't understand why they're super excited about this game, though, to be honest. Like, yes, it's the creator of Mega Man and all that, but it's not like we don't have a small amount of platformers just like this.
Well, when was the last when was the last Mega Man game really released? Like the classic style Mega Man game? I think it was
Mega Man 10.
Yeah, the old school, like back to 8-bit one, right? It was Mega Man 10.
Yeah, that's like Mega Man 10 or something.
So I guess this is probably the first real next gen Mega Man game.
This is the Mega Man game that we've deserved for the longest time.
Yeah, put it that way.
No, I know, but it's not like I doubt that this is like it's been a huge gap between another platformer that's just like it, because I'm sure there are
there are a lot of Mega Man-ish clones already.
Mega Man-ish indie games, and I guess it's just Inafune. I guess like the fact that he's on board with
this. I think it's because it's Inafune and most of the Mega Man team from Inti-Creates and Capcom. So
and he's actually blue.
He's silver and green.
No, he's blue.
Oh yeah.
He's not green. He
has green eyes.
The blue bomber is what I knows. But yeah, that's going to happen definitely. And there's no release date to this now.
Not yet.
But they're definitely. Are they working on it already, or they're just waiting for it to end?
They have some concept stuff are already done,
but no gameplay.
No gameplay. But there's a animated GIF of the first boss, Mighty Number 1, which is the fire type guy, whose design is like just a bunch of pipes and stuff strung together to make a human skeleton, and when he flames on, he's like muscular and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Actually, even the enemies to the point, they're also very similar to Mega Man, like the cones.
Like, and there are 8 of them.
Oh yeah, there's also 8 of them.
There's 8 of them, and you steal like essentially their weapons
as well.
Good God!
Wow,
exactly I wonder when Capcom is going to sue them.
Because Capcom's really actually stingy about that. But it's Inafune. I don't know how. I don't think I'm under that in bad ties with Capcom and Inafune.
Yeah, I don't think there's any bad blood here. Like,
Inafune quit. He wasn't like fired or anything.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's a smart guy. I'm sure he asked Capcom for like, we're doing this.
Or he did like a bunch of research before he went into it.
Don't stab us in the back. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't come to that because it's definitely a successful project. I want to see it happen. But yeah, that's happening. Is there anything else in terms of news before we jump on to the releases? Because it's actually October is going to be huge.
Oh, it's release month.
Huge.
Next week.
Yeah, the start of the burn months of release.
Black
I think
Friday.
Coming out in releases. Well, we're going back to GTA again, October 1. It's going to be GTA Online.
Yeah, NBA 2K14. That's a big one, especially in the Philippines. Oh, no, I mean, give it credit for where it's worth. That game is, that game is going to sell, and especially here in the Philippines.
Yeah, I've never owned an NBA game for the current gen right now, but I play it so many times because my friends always have it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually pretty good at it already because every time I go to my friend's house, like, let's play NBA. Like, oh, okay, cool. And then just, I find another Laker fan. And then it becomes a Lakers Spurs thing, like, over and over. And I just, man, the game, it looks the same though, to me, to be honest. I'm not too sure what the difference is.
Well, you really have to be like a sports, like, you really gotta love the sport to be the type to buy it year in, year out,
Yeah, even the visuals, like, LeBron looks like LeBron. Okay, I think he has more sweat.
That's always the improvement in every year. More sweat.
More wrinkles. Or more flow of Kobe sweat.
Regardless, we're teasing about it right now, but that's gonna be a huge game, guys.
It's the reason why people buy 4 controllers for their PS3.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it does. Wait, PS3 can't go 5, right? Because that would be pretty awesome.
PS3 can go up to 7, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because that would be pretty cool. Like 5 players in one team trying to beat the highest level.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's
because if there's 4 of you and you sometimes switch to the one AI character, it becomes a cluster.
It becomes a cluster flag. Like, where am I? And then when someone press the pass, like they go on someone else's character. Like, why are you my character?
Why are you my character? Why am I this guy? Where's the ball?
What I remember is you can lock your characters though.
Oh, that's
if you want to be a power forward, you can lock him up, and then no matter what happens, you're just that guy. And then if you sub, you sub the
switch
next
to whoever you sub.
You're still the power forward, but you're a different character.
Oh, cool.
Character player. Not a role playing game. Yeah, NBA 2K14 of October 1.
Yeah, I think so. Well, in 2 days, I think
which is actually when you're listening to this, like right now, it should be out.
It should be out by the time you're listening to this.
It's out today, guys. Go get it.
Yeah, I should get it now. Wait, no. That won't happen.
Well, that's pretty much the only big thing that's coming out next week, I think.
But I mentioned that already.
But October is going to be heavy for a lot of people. There's a lot coming up next month. Pokemon X and Y is coming out for the 3DS.
Oh, that's actually pretty big.
That's going to be huge.
I think the Pokemon X and Y like limited edition for the 3DS is already out here in the Philippines.
Oh wow!
I just saw that on Facebook because Facebook is just amazing in terms of news. Games One. Wait, I have to put that up. But yeah, Pokemon X and Y. Is anybody getting that? Like, who's the 3DS?
Right? I do, but I don't know if I pick it up. I've never been a big Pokemon fan.
Oh, there. The Nintendo 3DS XL, Pokemon X and Y, Blue and Red.
And of course, you know what comes with Pokemon comes the 2DS. So.
Oh yeah.
No, the 3DS XL for now. 2DS will come later. But the 3DS XL though is 11 grand. Wow. The limited edition one, 11,495.
But it comes with the game though, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh fuck!
Doesn't seem like it. It's the freaking.
It should. I mean, that'd be kind of dumb if it didn't, right?
I don't see it. Like unless Games One's having a horrible.
No, because I think the XL is relatively cheaper now, like 9 something. So I think that the 11K one comes with the game.
Yeah, because the ad says like Nintendo 3DS, Pokemon XY Blue Red Edition now available. Comes with 220 volt AC adapter. That's
wow.
Oh
Oh well. Oh, because I think the if you buy the XL alone, it doesn't come with a power adapter.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, because the
No, it
box of
doesn't.
the XL is actually thinner than the regular 3DS box.
Mine came with a power adapter, so. But it's a regular 3DS XL. It's not one of those fancy, like, special limited edition ones.
I just heard about.
Are you those kind of people that actually get these limited editions?
Nah. Well,
Like, I was actually pretty excited about the 360,
the Halo one
C3. No, the Star
Wars ones?
that came with
Yeah.
Kinect Star Wars.
Like, I don't care. Like, I can just throw the game. I just want my Xbox to look like
R2D2.
yeah. I'm fine with that. I can throw the game. I don't care about the. I want the skin.
Well, what else is coming out next month? Batman Arkham
Uh,
Origins is coming out next month. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Getting some- I'm kind of contemplating if I want to get it right away. Because there's another game that's coming out. Like, it's gonna be crazy. There's like 3 big games. Batman Origins coming out on the 25th.
Then Battlefield 4.
That's the game I want. I'm definitely going to get it. And it depends on my wallet if I can actually get both.
And the beta is starting next month too. So if you guys are in the beta,
If you guys have premium, you can get in the beta.
Yeah, the
Early
beta
access.
starts.
or if you bought Medal of Honor Warfighter.
There's no news about that because it should start like now, anytime soon.
I haven't
Because
gotten
the
any
open beta is
emails.
happening on the phone.
I haven't gotten any emails regarding it, but I know I know I probably should open not Steam and check.
Yeah, because the open beta starts on October 1, and that's like 2 days or now for people
It's
who's listening to
today,
it now.
guys.
Or today. It's like, where's this exclusive open beta? Like, EA is gonna get a field day of negative comments if they don't release this early access.
Yeah.
Unless it's an early access for the actual multiplayer, the official one. But this is, I don't know, it's weird.
I think
They put in a,
I think Assassin's Creed 4 is also out next month, or is it in November? I'm not sure.
October 20,
Because I've got sites here saying it's in October and some saying it's in November, so it's around then. But there's another big one, and then Beyond Two Souls is also out next.
Oh yeah,
month.
yeah, that's an October game, Beyond Two Souls.
I'm not too excited about that.
I'm not either. Especially, I just watched the gameplay the other day, and like,
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is not enough.
you don't even get to use the guy. I think.
No, I don't. Yeah, you don't have to. You're all Ghost and
Well,
Juno.
did
Yeah.
you guys like Heavy Rain? Like, did you guys enjoy that style of?
Oh, I love Heavy Rain. Yeah, I loved it.
It looks nice, but the story is garbage.
Did you play it?
I played the demo,
Are you?
Oh, but
then I watched the Let's Play.
Oh, you watched the
story.
play.
Well, you can't really say it because you didn't really experience like it together with the story and
No,
the game.
I played the gameplay.
Because-
Then I played Indigo Prophecy, the previous game they did.
I really liked Indigo Prophecy up to a point.
Me too.
it
It
just
went
got
to
so
complete
weird.
bullshit.
I haven't gone around that. That's like literally my first. I didn't hit Indigo Prophecy. I went straight to Heavy Rain.
Good.
And good.
Indigo Prophecy is just so. Oh my god.
No, at first you think like, oh man, this is kind of cool. There's a whole mystery and everything, and then suddenly,
The furniture attacks you in your apartment.
yeah, and then it becomes like it's like Dragon Ball in a way.
Oh, and
What?
spoilers, aliens.
Aliens, yes.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh, there's always aliens in between somewhere. For like David Cage.
There's always aliens.
There's
Always
always
gotta be-
aliens. David Cage. The guy that always tries to make it like likes the word innovative or stuff.
He's like the other Peter Molyneux.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
Oh yeah.
he's like the artist that's not an artist.
Interactive movie.
But I really suggest, man, you play Heavy Rain with the gameplay because that was intense.
Actually, I have to.
As much as it.
I have to agree because
Okay.
like playing the game is it's really different from when you're just watching it. Like there's some sections of that game where like you really don't get it unless you're actually playing it.
Twister
Yeah, it's definitely
the
a-
game.
What?
Yeah, you're playing Twister on your controller.
Well, you're playing QTE.
And
You're playing
QTE's God of War.
pretty much playing Asura's Wrath.
Except the Sura's Wrath was badass.
Yeah. Asura's Wrath was all just Dragon Ball in HD.
With a lot of screen
But-
tearing.
Oh, there's a lot of screen tearing on that one?
Because it's all in-game graphics and Unreal Engine, I believe.
Oh well, okay.
3.
Back to Battlefield 4. I just opened up Origin. There's a countdown timer right on the front page. And it's actually in my games list, grayed out. I can't download it yet, but it says it'll.
Wait, do you have it pre-ordered, or is it just is that the open
the beta? Just the beta.
Oh shit! I should do that. It's there.
It's there. It's in my game list. It should be in yours too.
No, I don't have it installed, but of course I don't have it installed. I hate Origins.
Not Steam.
Not Steam, sorry. Yeah.
Not Steam. Not Ubisoft. Not Uplay. Which, weird enough, I played Blacklist, I think a couple of hours ago. Tried to play it, I couldn't connect. That game loves to update. Even if you don't want to update, it'll update. And you can't do anything about it. I really hate Uplay.
It's more like you suck instead of Uplay.
Ooh. Is anybody getting Battlefield 4 on day one?
Not me.
Probably me.
I think I'm with you on that one, Chris. Because like I said, I want to get Batman Oranges, but definitely my priority.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my crappy T-shirt again.
Oh, from Data Blitz?
Exactly. Yeah.
Go to iTech. They should have a better one.
Better T-shirt?
Or a mug.
Oh wow.
They should have a mug.
Well, regardless, I can't wait for my shitty pre-order bonus.
Did they announce that already?
No, not yet. It's not even.
Yet.
I don't think it's even available for pre-order yet. But they'll get around to it. You know how they are.
The week before.
Yeah. The week before, just put in 500 pesos. We'll give you that shirt in the smallest size.
Pre-order the day before. 1 day left.
1 day left.
Good God.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 4 is October 29
Oh, so
for
it's
the
October.
US.
Well, what about for us? I guess we're the same as the US.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah.
For the most part.
It'll be pretty much the same.
So when it comes to Assassin's Creed, we're actually on the same time.
So basically, guys, get your wallets ready because they're going to be
Winter is coming.
busy in October and November.
Yeah.
Brace yourselves.
But anyways, talking about October, another thing is Halloween's coming up. So one thing we definitely want to do moving forward is we're going to be discussing a little bit more on
Halloween. I mean, not the Halloween, the horror side.
on the horror side. So we'll talk about survival horror and
the weakest genre.
And I think Migs is gonna
Yeah,
maybe
we have
do a
some
let's play for some
stuff
horror games.
in store for y'all.
I'm definitely. I actually want to buy Amnesia. I've never played it yet.
Oh, you should.
I'm
for sure.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Get the first one.
Machine of Pigs. I don't know. I'll just go for the first one because the first one's really good now. And then the second one, they say it's a step down, so I'll just go with that first and then see how Machine of Pigs goes for me. But before I get that, I'm probably gonna play what's the game? The Last Survivor. Yeah. The Lone Survivor. Sorry, The Lone Survivor. It's an indie game, which I'm actually. Does anybody know that?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen anything about it though.
It's I bought it for $2 in Steam. I haven't really started, but I played for an hour.
Oh, is that the 2D game where you're in an apartment?
Yeah, the one I mentioned,
The one that's Silent Hill-like?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that game
pretty
looks
good.
That game looks really cool.
I stopped it for a bit. I played for an hour or two, and it really has that really old school Silent Hill feel.
Yeah. 2D Silent Hill, essentially.
2D Silent Hill. It's freaky. It's actually pretty freaky. The audios, the soundtrack is really good. The story is fucked up so far, but I'm definitely gonna pick that. I'm definitely gonna try to finish it off on October. And is anybody else playing horror? What are you guys planning to do?
Well, I like I mentioned before, I have Amnesia Machine, a Machine for Pigs. Yeah, so I can go through that. I've also got some stuff I should play through on the PSP. I have Silent Hill Downpour that I actually haven't. I played a bit of it and then stopped, so maybe I should get around to finishing that.
Is it cheap now? Because I want to get it. I just want it cheaper. I don't want it at full price. I never thought of it as a full price game.
It should be, because I don't think it did all that well.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It did okay, but not well.
Did you guys actually see the gameplay footage of that game before it got released? The night gameplay?
The night gameplay?
Yeah, that was hilarious. If no one had seen it, it's actually them featuring the game without lights, because they were saying that it's weird. It's like you can't see anything because there's no light, and they're saying how it's essential to have light or something like that. Like it was like you can see the guy. You can't even see the guy swinging his weapon. It was really that dark, and it was a trailer, and it felt like it was a feature in the game. It was weird, and like the only time you actually see something happening is when they actually went like any light source. But yeah, that game that didn't do well at all.
But anyways, definitely as we get close to Halloween, we'll definitely be talking a little bit more about survival horror genre and just basically our thoughts on this gen and how because like honestly the high time of survival horror was the PS2 era, right? So we might probably try to have a good discussion there on what exactly went wrong or what could be done hopefully for the next generation of survival horror titles. And there's a really good one coming out soon, I think. What was it called?
Damned?
Is it called Damned or
what the way?
No,
you're talking about the Bethesda one, or the
no. It's they showed it at TGS.
Evil Within.
Evil Within, yeah, that looks really crazy.
That actually looks disappointing for me.
Oh, really?
It doesn't look anything new. Like it feels like new one. It actually reminds me of. It reminds me of Resident Evil 4.
Isn't it because it's made by the same guy who did RE4?
No, the guy who's making Evil Within is actually the maker of Resident Evil. But the setting that was shown so far in the gameplay, it really feels like Resident Evil 4. Like they actually had a point, like the latest, even TGS actually, the latest footage of gameplay was, you see the main character setting up traps in a cabin, and then like these people with like pitchforks and torches are going after him. That just screamed Resident Evil 4 for me when I saw it. I don't see anything. Well, the monsters shown so far seems pretty interesting, but I don't see anything groundbreaking so far.
I think everyone's itching for a new survival horror game to really blow them.
I'm itching for another Dead Space. In that
aspect. I guess, yeah, but
a real Dead Space 3.
A real proper Dead Space, yeah. I'm
like
more itching for a new Fatal Frame type game, I really...
Oh, actually, that would be even better, yes. Like, is there any Fatal Frame?
There was one that was released on the Wii that never made it.
That's only in Japanese.
Well, it was released in Europe, but never...
it was?
Never in the US, apparently because it was really, really buggy. So...
It's not that good. The PS2 ones were better. I tried it.
But anyways, we should save this for Halloween, the
Halloween. We're definitely gonna talk about the horror genre. Yeah, it's a surviving breed actually.
Yeah.
Surviving horror.
Surviving horror. There's your title for that podcast, Surviving Horror.
The Surviving Horror Podcast.
We're still on the releases, and then we're now talking about horror. There's a game that actually me and Miggy wants to play. It came out in Steam recently. It's called Damned.
Yeah. It's on early access right now.
It's an early access. For people who don't know, early access is pretty much...
you're playing an alpha.
Alpha of the game.
You're playing an alpha. Like, if you get a game in early access, don't expect it to be bug-free or stuff like that. It's just a place where they can get money and then work on it with you. And they put feedback on it. But anyway, Damned is how they describe it, a randomized online horror game. 5 players, 4 survivors, 1 monster. That's going to be exciting.
The trolliest game.
The trolliest game. Whoever's going to be the monster will be super cool. And then the remaining 4 players will be the survivors. They pretty much have to help each other. Like they'll be placed on random places in the map.
And they only have a flashlight.
But is it like, is the player who plays the monster like invisible? Is he a ghost or is he?
I have no idea.
They can see him, but I think you can hear him too. There's a very short video about it.
Yeah, I'm seeing the trailer right now. I saw it before. They don't really see the monster. I don't even know how the monster looks like.
There's one part where you can clearly see the monster, but like they run away so fast. So I don't know what the monster does.
Yeah, they don't actually pan to the guy who's playing the monster. It's always the survivors, and they're all just freaking out. And then like we have to get the ski, and like, oh my god, did you see that? Like, no, I didn't see that. Like,
He's in
it's
the
gonna be
room.
cool.
Ah!
Where is he? Where is he? Who made this? But I'm definitely gonna get this. It's only like what, $9.99?
$10.
Yeah,
$10.
$10 for a game that's definitely gonna be buggy.
For an
And
hour. Let's go.
now,
It looks really cool though.
yeah, we're gonna play that. Yeah. Is there anything else
I think we're good.
For
Horror?
Yeah.
Wait,
for horror?
For horror, I think that's it.
No, that's it.
We'll talk more about horror as we get closer to Halloween, so hopefully we'll have some interesting topics for you guys.
Oh wait, in terms of events,
Oh, yeah.
Migs, cover me with this. Cosmania is coming up.
It's happening on October 5th and 6th at SMX Convention Center
Yep.
near Mall of Asia.
On the weekends. And what's the gaming portion of that?
I think Pinoy 2D Fighters and iAir Dash are going to be running a few fighting game tournaments, like
Yeah. What games are there?
Injustice, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Persona 4, I believe, and I think King of Fighters.
No Marvel.
No Marvel.
No,
No Marvel, no Capcom.
I can't join. But yeah, whoever wants to play those kind of games,
I think
please check them out.
they're having a registration already up online. So
Yeah.
I'll try to put the link up.
Yeah, we'll put the link up. You should be, hopefully, if you guys hear this, you can check that out. October 4. Are you going?
I'm planning to go, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. Like, there's no Street Fighter. I'll dish out my Chun-Li. But I can't. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Is there anything else?
No, I think we're good.
For releases, is Wind Waker HD coming out?
Wind
October?
Waker
Is it out?
HD. Oh,
Or-
is that even out yet? I'm not sure. Wait.
I think some people already have it, but I'm not sure if it's
Well,
officially
the reviews
out.
are out for that game. Reviews are out for that game. They're saying it's gorgeous.
That's why I want
That's
the
about
Wii
it.
U
Well,
now.
the official release date is December. Oh, no, wait. That's the
It's
that's the
October
original.
something.
That's the original one. Was released on December 13th. Hang on. Wind Waker HD available September 20 in digital download.
Yeah, it's already out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so check.
Packaged
check
version will be released on September 26 in Japan. And, I don't know, I'm trying to find the date for the...
Did anybody like that game, Wind Waker?
That's my favorite
Yeah, the
3D
American...
Zelda game.
The
Actually.
regular packaged version will be released October 4th for Western release. So next...
Oh, October 4th. Okay.
So
Right on
that should
Friday,
be...
guys.
Yep.
Wait, that's weird. So the digital version came out first.
I think that might be in Japan only.
Oh, in Japan.
Yeah.
Or that might be Nintendo's new thing. They tend to do that now.
What, digital
Well,
version?
Yeah.
they have simultaneous, like, for 3DS titles at least. I know, like, you could check the eShop. The game is usually out on the
Digitally.
same day. Yeah.
Yeah, digital version September 20, 2013, and the retail version October 4. That's really weird.
That's a thing they're trying to experiment with.
I think Nintendo's
Nintendo.
doing too many experiments right now.
What else can they do?
Yeah, what else can they do? Yep, shall we wrap it up?
Sure.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So, I guess we'll see you
Yeah.
guys again next week for episode 4.
Thank you for staying with us all the way to the end. For more impressions, news, and game reviews, do check out our blog site. It's www.toomuchgaming.com. That's
The number
the
two.
number 2, not the word. The link will be found below. If you have any concerns and suggestions, hopefully, we mentioned it earlier, but I'll say it again. You can email us at www.thetmgpodcast@gmail.com. If you have a question you want to talk about, because I actually want, like, in the end of the podcast, if we have enough questions,
We answer them on the stream. Right?
on the podcast, yeah.
On the podcast.
If there's, it's not a stream. If there's any questions, like anything, even, I don't know, anything for us, or anything about the game, or anything like we're not talking about, it's fine. Like, if we have enough emails or enough questions, we'll put it in the end, and, we'll discuss it. You can check Miggy's TMG, YouTube, sorry, at, well, we'll TMG, www.youtube.com/TMGblog.
Mm-hmm.
And also Too Much Gaming LP. The LP is the main one, right?
No, TMG blog is the main one.
The blog. Well, it's the link's gonna be there in the description. And yeah, that's about it. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Follow us on Twitch. I'm streaming GTA 5 almost every day.
Yeah, he's actually live streaming now recently. Like every morning though. He actually do it in the morning, like pretty early. Like I have my morning coffee and I'm just watching you do dumb shit.
Wasting time.
You actually put a video of like you actually found a rat in GTA 5.
I found a whole pack of rats, dude.
And what, did you follow them around?
I killed them.
No, he shot them. I saw the video.
Like I was looking for a fire station, then like, what is this? A pack of rats? Then I ran over some, then I shot the rest.
Well, it's a $300 million game. They should put rats in this game.
Yeah, can't have a 3 million day without rats, right?
I know. Well, anyway, that's it for the episode 3. We'll continue again next week. Take care and thanks, guys.
Yep. Take care. See you guys.
See ya.